Hello. My name is Ariel Kiley, and I am here today to speak to you about wealth realization. So, if you have dipped into my past YouTube videos, you've probably seen that I went on an epic debt-free journey. It took me 10 months, and I knocked out $36,000 in debt as a New York City-based yoga and meditation teacher. Now, 2 years later, since I started that journey, it has absolutely blown my mind how much my life has changed. I left New York City, I moved out of Brooklyn, I left teaching group yoga and meditation, and I bought this adorable little Scamp camper, this 13-foot Scamp camper, and a 4Runner, and I'm now living nomadically on the road. I'm presently in a really beautiful little desert town in Southern California that has excellent coffee. And I have been, since I got out of debt, teaching other people how to, it's so much more than get out of debt, how to, what I call, realize their wealth. I created these wealth realization courses. And the entire point of these courses I've created, and what I've realized the point of me getting out of debt and taking control of my money was all about freedom. Entirely about the freedom to, and these are my wings, the freedom to feel what I'm truly compelled to do in this life and actually be able to do it. Not do it like hopefully in a couple months or hopefully in a few years. Do it now. So I'm going to make you a little series of wealth realization videos because I would really love to help you also access this possibility of freedom through taking control of your money. So the topic of this video is financial freedom. Now, often we have this just really kind of generic idea of what financial freedom is, and we call it retirement. And we think hopefully between the age of 60 or 70, we will have saved enough money to then retire, to stop working, to simplify, maybe travel a little, maybe you have a partner you're doing it with. It's this very kind of generic idea of slowly being let out to pasture at the end of your life. This idea does not work for me. Personally, I don't think I will ever retire. That just kind of sounds like early death to me. But what I do want, much, much, much sooner than that, and what I'm now building and creating, is financial freedom. And financial freedom means you get to choose how you spend your days because you have enough money saved that you can live off the dividends, or you have your money working for you through investments, be it real estate or other ways where you can live off the money you've already made. So you don't have to do anything you don't want to do for money. How does that sound? Pretty sparkly, right? And one of the things that I find people who haven't started yet don't understand is there are gradations of financial freedom, which means you can start to access this feeling like stat. I actually drew a picture for you to help you understand this. Okay. I'm going to try and cover up half of it so that there's a big reveal. So this is you right now, right? Like you're in the office, you're working with, oh look, there's Trudy and Ron. They're having a little argument with their computers. I'm a little worried about Trudy's leg. That doesn't look too good. But as you start to take control of your money, you get this feeling. You get this little set of wings, and instead of being stuck in the nonsense of whatever work environment you're not loving, you start to feel like, hey, I can rise up above this. I feel a little more freedom. Then what happens as you build more and more, money, but it's less about money and it's more about mindset. You get these big ass wings. And as you get these big wings, you start to have much more perspective and ability to see and create possibilities for yourself outside what you used to think was possible. So, financial freedom. From little baby wings to big wings. So the other piece that's really important as you think about financial freedom is you do have to do the work, like to understand your spending habits, to understand your debt, where it came from and how to get rid of it, to understand how you earn money. And a lot of people that come to my wealth realization course, their main problem is that they're under earners. They're not actually valuing the worth of their work appropriately, so it's really hard for them to get ahead. Basically, to get to know the logistics of what's happening with your money so that you can take control of it. And an upcoming video about awareness will go deeper into that. By understanding your actual financial habits and spending needs, combining that with a vision of what freedom would look and feel like for you, you can create a financial freedom number, the actual amount of money you need to save and have to never have to work again. Okay? And I like to give my students a scale from what I call raw freedom, so the very, very essentials. And I'm living right now so minimally. I'm living in this little camper trailer. I'm living so simply, so minimally. I would say I'm in raw freedom. But the point is, I'm in freedom. All the way to plush freedom. So if your life had all the bells and whistles that were so yummy and fun, what that number would be. So first, by understanding your money, and budgeting is part of that, and we'll get to that. Then by taking control of your habits, you start to grow those wings. And it's so fun because every new feather you get brings about more and more of the amazing feelings that come with wealth realization. So you don't have to be there. You don't have to be deposited in retirement for the fun to begin. The fun is incrementally growing throughout your journey. You like it? All right. So this is what I have for you. I want you to do two things to get this party started. The first thing is get out a sheet of paper and write your own day in the life if you were totally financially free. What would you do? Where would you go? Who would you hang out with? What would happen? So that's assignment number 1. And don't make it about buying, don't make it about spending, but imagine that you have the infrastructure in place to be passing your time and engaging with life in a way that feels so good and true and authentic to you. The second assignment is to go to my website. It's arielkiley.co, arielkiley.co, and download the meditation, Accessing Financial Freedom. Now, this is where my past as a yoga and meditation teacher and trauma resolution specialist has come into this work. The truth is, the totally suck-ass fact is, if you change or try to change your money habits without changing your mind, and without going down into the deep, ancient, primitive, primal programming that you have around money and worth, the superficial, you can move those chess pieces around of your life, you can change some of the superficial, but ultimately you're gonna get gripped and caught back in old patterns and behaviors. And where you might actually see this is in people you know that have a lot of money and yet are still prisoners to ideas and thoughts around money. Money's just a tool. And I've had millionaires in my course, and they can be just as imprisoned or more so than someone who's super broke and $200,000 in debt. I see it all the time. So this reprogramming, this subconscious, deep meditative work is really important. And this is that freedom part of financial freedom, right? It's not just about having money. It's about experiencing what money can give you, which is what? Your ability to take off. So thank you so much for joining me. Definitely tune in for the next video. I'm going to give you more and more tools and techniques to get you to financial freedom. And subscribe and like the video. That'll help me know you're into what's happening. And also share it with other people who need it. Let's do this. Let's co-create the world we really want to live in. What else are we doing? All right? I believe in you.